My name is Gianni McGlasson. I'm a biology major. I actually came to Johnson to do intercultural studies. I decided to go with something a little bit more practical in my mind, and I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what that was. And I actually found myself chilling at the pond, and a snapping turtle bit my foot. And it was so surprising, and it didn't hurt me at all, but it was like enough to be like, hey, I'm here. And I was like, I want to do this every day of my life. I just want to be around creatures like this and be surprised constantly by nature. I want to do that all the time. The more I've dealt through science, the more I saw how intricately created everything was and how complex it can get. And you're like, he knew what he was doing and it all makes sense. And it was so cool to me. The reason I wanted to do a research project is because I ended up doing a lot of internships with rehabilitators. I met up with a bat rehabilitator that needed desperate help, and I was helping her out for a bit, and eventually I proposed the idea of doing a research project with her bats. Our study was released in April that kind of suggested that their DNA started to break down and they couldn't reproduce if they were in a high-stress environment for a long period of time. So if we could suggest that that wasn't the case for rehabbed bats, we could make a logical jump that bats in rehabilitation are benefiting populations as a whole because we're reintroducing populations to an endangered species. I'm breaking it down and trying to see if from entry to release, if bats are seeing an increase in what we call cortisol. It's a hormone that we have that produces stress, or a decrease. And if we can prove that it decreases over time, we can prove that they're not within a high stress environment. I think this research will really advance the credibility of a science degree at Johnson. And I'm hoping that being able to be the first person to do this research project makes some stepping stones. Just because we believe in Jesus does not mean that our science is less important. You're getting a really good education from teachers who can really intricately connect with you. And I've seen many people come into the biota program, feel like they're not good enough and leave, right? Don't be discouraged because you think you're unintelligent. It does not matter how smart you are. It matters how hard you're willing to work, because the teachers are willing to work with you. You should really lean into them as people. The community at Johnson is really something that I've grown fond of, right? It gave me a place to kind of lean back on. A lot of my faith is drawn through all the things that I love. I play guitar, and it's just a creative outlet. I like to make art, mostly maps. Love doing maps. I play Frisbee here at Johnson. Being in nature, just in general, is one of those things, big connection things for me. There's nothing that made me understand God more than understanding how all of our world intricately connected. No matter how separate something can seem or how small and insignificant it was, it's designed in such a complex and unique way that you're that couldn't have been by accident.